Welcome to Good Fair Magic with the Mana Leak. Today we're going over another Modern Horizons 3 card, Flare of Denial. It's a versatile instant for Modern Horizons 3 that can counter a spell, making it useful in a variety of situations. To maximize its potential, you can focus on synergies to support its card advantage and spell recursion. Here are some of the best synergies for Flare of Denial. Counterspell synergies. Isochron Scepter. Imprint Flare of Denial on Isochron Scepter. Repeatedly cast it, providing consistent counterspell. Snapcaster Mage. Flashback Flare of Denial from your graveyard for additional value, allowing you to counter another spell. Baral, Chief of Compliance. Reduces the cost of Flare of Denial and provides card draw when you counter a spell. Couple damage synergies. Young Pyromancer. Every time you cast Flare of Denial, you create a 1/1 elemental token, providing board presence and additional value. Electrostatic Field. Deals 1 damage to each opponent whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, enhancing its damage potential. Or Gutter Snipe. Deals 2 damage to each opponent whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, making Flare of Denial even more impactful. Some spell recursion or reuse. Archaeomancer returns Flare of Denial from your graveyard to your hand, allowing you to use it multiple times. Mystic Sanctuary. If you control 3 or more other islands, you can put Flare of Denial from your graveyard on top of your library when Mystic Sanctuary enters the battlefield. Naromea, Master Wizard, copies Flare of Denial when it's cast, allowing you to counter multiple spells. A couple other spell synergies. Niv Mizzet Parun. Draw a card whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell and deal damage to any target whenever you draw a card. Flare of Denial can trigger these abilities. Mizzix of the Ismagnus reduces the cost of instants and sorceries, allowing you to cast Flare of Denial more efficiently as you accumulate experience counters. Thousand Year Storm copies Flare of Denial for each instant and sorcery spell that you've cast before during the turn, multiplying its counter or damage effects. Card Draw or Advantage. Jace, Vern's Prodigy, or Jace Telepath Unbound helps you filter cards and provides flashback to reuse Flare of Denial. Teferi Time Traveler allows you to cast Flare of Denial on your opponent's turn as if it had flash and provides card draw and bounce effects. Frantic Search draws cards and untaps lands, allowing you to potentially cast Flare of Denial in the same turn for more efficient use of your mana. A couple additional utilities. Kess, Dissident Mage, allows you to cast Flare of Denial from your graveyard once per turn, giving you more use out of a single copy. Narset prevents your opponents from drawing extra cards and provides card selection to find Flare of Denial. Or Past in Flames gives Flare of Denial flashback, allowing you to cast it from your graveyard. A couple deck-specific strategies. Izzet Phoenix? In decks focused on casting multiple spells in a turn, Flare of Denial can contribute to triggering Arclight Phoenix's return from the graveyard. In Storm-based decks, Flare of Denial adds to your spell count while providing protection or direct damage to finish off opponents. In any kind of blue-red control, it fits well to really control decks that want versatile answers, allowing you to counter critical spells or remove problematic creatures. Combining any of these will help you maximize the effectiveness of Flare of Denial. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe.